All right. So yesterday, I kind of feel like I left the topic of feminism undone. After I made the video, I thought more about it and kind of came to a more in-depth conclusion. And by the way, I wasn't coming at anyone in particular when talking about the pages that constantly rant about feminists. There's literally so many of those pages that it would be pointless to pinpoint one person. So yeah, it wasn't meant for anyone specific. All right, so jumping right in, I don't have an issue with people speaking about the negatives of feminism, like qualified, well-mannered, respectable individuals. The issue I have, however, is so many pages all copy-pasting the same argument over and over. It's just overkill. And most of the time, the admin is like an 18-year-old kid, never been married, never been with a woman up close before, no kids of his own, taking the issue head on. I got no problem with masculinity. I support men being masculine. It's natural, it's positive, it's encouraged in Islam. But what I don't support is misogyny. Misogyny is just meme material. It's immature and it's not going to help anyone that's actually trying to solve the issue or follow in the footsteps of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And a lot of people running these pages that rant about feminists the same way that feminists rant about them is that they're young and inexperienced when it comes to like relationships and family issues. And they're also coming from a culture, which won't be named here, that makes men feel like they run the show no matter what. Even though there's not anything remotely dominant or manly about them. They just happen to be born male. That's it. But that kind of behavior is like encouraged and it's normal to them. So imagine how the women of that society feel. They've been taught the same thing, but they're on the losing end of the spectrum. And then along comes feminism. Of course it looks appealing. Of course it seems like some sort of light at the end of the tunnel. It looks alluring. It gives them some glimpse of another possibility that things could be different somehow, maybe. And the men and the women both follow Islam, and neither one of them, for the most part, want to go outside of the bounds of what's religiously allowable. But the men see the feminism as a legitimate threat to the way things have been running, which was exclusively in their favor the whole time. So they attack feminism like a desperate person backed into a corner, and take it away from their women and crush it and throw it away, so they think. But what they do is they take that dream that their women are being sold, the thing that was sort of giving them a glimmer of hope, and they leave an empty space, just a blank gap. They don't try to fill it with anything else. They just leave it there. It's not smart. Even the most devout Muslim women that stand by their men, they seem like they'll never break. They're still women. They operate like a woman. Their very nature is feminine. Why do you think the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam spoke so much, especially towards the end of his life, with such urgency about treating women well? And it goes right back around to what I was saying in the beginning about the admins of those pages not knowing how to act. It's because they have no prior experience. And those that do, they still might be horrible at communicating with women, which is fine if they're learning from their mistakes. But women have a different way about them than men, and that's how Allah made us, to complement each other, not to tear each other down. I may make a video later about why ranting about feminism online is such a waste of time for most people, and it's the same for like vegans and furries and whatever else people are ranting about these days. It's really hard to take someone serious that takes certain things serious. You don't have to like certain things, but just ignoring them is ultimately way better than giving them all your time and attention. Anyways, until next time, be good, be better than good, be great. Ma salama.